of The Streets is Talking. I got two other panelists with me. I got J-Dog and Junior. What's up?
M-Town in the building.
F-Town in the building, baby.
Man, M-Town, man. Y'all told you about the Florida crap you be rapping about, dog.
Hey, we gonna get into that.
We definitely gonna get into that. That's for sure.
Definitely gotta get into the rival game, Florida versus Michigan.
Boy, you can
got a little bit
on that one, boy.
I got a little bit to say about that, but first let's start in the NBA. So LeBron James have a series on ESPN called More Than Just a Game. I can't remember the name of it. It's something like that. Yeah, so at the end of it, the latest episode, he says when he won his last championship with Cleveland, that he felt that he was the best player in the world ever. Does somebody want to go first on this? Somebody want to go first. Maybe somebody's so hot they just got to get off the chest.
I'm not hot as Junior, but if you want to go for
it's burning. Of course,
we'll let Junior go for it.
Because he with your Lakers, but boy, it's burning for me, boy. Matter of fact, it should be burning for you because I feel like as a former player of the game and student of the game, you should be a little bit upset about what my man said to you.
I totally disagree with him. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
But I can go first and give him, my opinion. My opinion on him saying that was basically ridiculous because he basing it off that he think he beat the best team of all time, and I don't think that Golden State can hold, tie bitches' shoelaces compared to some of the other good teams of all time. I don't think they could have beat y'all Pistons back in the day.
Exactly.
I mean, they outside, you know what I'm saying? I know you don't like this, but I'm gonna stick to it. I don't think that Draymond gonna be a Hall of Famer. I think they got two guys that's probably gonna be a Hall of Famer, and that's it. So you got two guys on your team, in my opinion. I don't know how you figure this the greatest team of all time. And then if they was the greatest team of all time, you know what I'm saying, beat these guys. Mm-hmm. And then second of all, you always got to forget that Kyrie really won that series. I won't give a damn what he say.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if he won it, but that's my opinion. Michael Jordan is basically going to be the GOAT to me. I ain't trying to push him off on nobody, but he's the GOAT to me, and I don't think LeBron is even in second place to be called a GOAT. I'm going to go with Kobe after that, but that's my opinion. I'll let Junior go.
So, you know what? I applaud you for saying everything you said. You kind of sound like you almost in the same shoes I'm in. It just seems like I'm a little bit more frustrated at the shit he said. Here's the thing, LeBron. Yes, you are a very great player. You have transformed parts of the NBA that hasn't been done before in history. But, dude, you're not the GOAT. Flat out. Flat the fuck out. You'll never be the GOAT. And here's why. 6 rings, 3 of them back to back to back, all with the same team. To me, dude, you created this super team thing. You bounced from team to team. And now you finna try to remake it again in L.A. Now, I get why you in L.A. now so you can try to build your legacy. And you know what, Jay? I hate you for bringing up my man Draymond. But you know I got to give my man Draymond love because he's straight out of the hometown. Because he said he bona fide Hall of Famer, bona fide Hall of Famer, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. I don't think that Golden State team would beat those 92 Bulls or any of those Bulls teams. I don't think that Cleveland team would have beat any of those Bulls teams or those back-to-back Pistons teams. Or hell, let's take it back and even go further. Let's go back to those Laker teams of old when they had, you know what I'm saying, Wilt and Kareem or Magic, James. So in the key fundamental of all this talking, and I appreciate his humbleness and all this, because he's never said anything about this. But if we're going to call somebody to go outside of MJ, let's just be very, very clear. And if we're basing this directly on rings alone, how can anybody get past Bill Russell? Now, I know everybody's stuck in the era of MJ, because that's what everybody's damn near done seen. But half of us ain't even seen this Bill Russell era. But let's just be clear. 11 rings out of 13 seasons? Man, you ain't got no reason to put your name to go on fucking anything. But to go to your shoe collection.
I want to chime in on this. If LeBron the GOAT, he would have been the GOAT in every era? That's the main thing. Would he been the best player in the world in every era?
Exactly. No, I don't think he would be. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If Jordan was still playing, could he be the GOAT in this era? Yes. In his prime, yes.
That's the problem I always had with them calling him the GOAT, LeBron.
You're right.
He wouldn't be the best because if he played in their era, they too rough and tough. He wouldn't do the same shit. And based off his play right now.
You're right. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, I mean, you go through Detroit and get torched. How Mike was getting, that man would have been crying, sitting on the sideline. No disrespect to you, LeBron, if you're hearing it, because you play for the Lakers, brother. But you wouldn't have been tough enough for that era. Them cats would have, all that fouling you think you get now, they wouldn't have been calling that shit. You'd have been getting dumped on your shit. It would have been just hard,
Euro step through the lane. It would have been a forearm to the middle of your chest, dog, and you'd have been done coming through the lane because we had dudes that was built for that. Apparently,
exactly.
Think about it. I mean, if you call him the king of anything, call him the king of flopping because I've seen him take a fake flop charge against Nate Robinson, who is 4'5".
Yeah, he does that, but I didn't see when I read the quotes. I didn't see him saying he was the best. So I didn't really take it seriously.
He said that. I mean, he
said that. That was a topic on ESPN. It was the topic was because he beat the Golden State Warriors, he felt like that made him the GOAT because they were the best team of all time.
Hold on. And second of all, you beat a team where you know damn well if Draymond was playing, that outcome would have been different.
No, I don't believe
Everybody know that suspension.
I'm going to base it off this because, Junior, right, the momentum kind of killed. The momentum changed when they did that.
I can't believe that because he was still there in 6 and 7. So
but the momentum going to the next game was like they about to get motherfucking swept around this bitch. When they went to the next game without him, you can see a whole momentum change, and then Draymond was like the guy.
Look, you can argue that when the coach gets suspended or when the coach gets thrown out the game or say that you can argue that fires people up. So I can't say that the momentum swing was there because of that because the Cleveland already had one game.
Right. But anyway, it's a difference between a suspension and losing an entire game and losing it in quarter. And
I think it was a savior of the fucking series because if he played that next game, that was it. It was over with.
Then you had Game 7 in Golden State, so they had 2 more chances. So
but they had no change of mental. Momentum in games is a big thing. Once you lose a little momentum and the bitch go to second guessing themselves and shit like that, they had them by the horn.
Look, the following year. Look what happened the following year when they began in the finals. What happened? Golden State dogged their ass out with no fucking problem.
What they did get KD.
Dude, but you see what happened with the momentum, right? When they had the momentum, it wasn't no changing it. Dude, when KD hit that dagger 3, when KD hit that dagger 3 in Cleveland, what happened? Everybody was looking sick.
Only thing I'm saying is if you're a professional team and you still got 2 more games to go, you can't use that as an excuse. You had 2 more games to go.
I understand that. But we're not using that as an excuse towards, we're not saying that that's the reason why Golden State lost. Ultimately, what I'm using that for is to say that, his claim to GOAT status is bullshit. Yeah, you may be the GOAT of maybe this era, maybe this baby generation of 2010 and forward, but before 2010, there's Kobe.
Okay, to close, well, not to close this out, but this is why I say that I don't think James was saying that he's the undisputed greatest of all time because at that year,
I find out you were an undercover LeBron James fan.
At that year, this is fact. At that year, they was comparing Golden State as the best team in the league. Remember, people don't forget about this. No, not the best team in the league, best team ever. They was comparing them to the Lakers squad and the Boston squad. And then this is how significant that championship was. When there was a 3-0, was it 3-0 or 3-1? 3-0? When there was a 3-0, 3-1. Yeah, that's right. When there was a 3-1, they was like forgetting even talking about the championship game. They was talking about what if Lakers wasn't playing Golden State? What if Boston wasn't playing Golden State? What if this 76? So they was the best team to a lot of people of all time. And then LeBron James said to come back and beat them. That one right there made him the greatest player of all time. And then after that, he called himself. He said, "I felt." So I don't. At that moment when he won a championship, he said at that moment he felt that. He didn't say he definitely won.
You got to add in what they were saying too about this, Lamont. They said it was a conspiracy theory for getting Draymond suspended
in the first fucking place. Exactly.
They would have lost that next game if that didn't happen. They would have never came back. So it was an asterisk. But they said the same people you saying is the same people who said that. It was brought up as topics. It don't get bro. Well, some people a topic don't get brought up many times for no reason, and they saying they suspended that man on purpose.
Exactly.
Just off any little theatric thing he did. Because the shit. Yeah, they did. I had to. He did, man. That shit wasn't that serious, bro.
Come on, cuz. Hey, dog.
Anybody standing over you, standing over. Somebody standing
real far.
I didn't bring it up. It was brought up by the same people you talking about. They brought that up, and they was like, if a man standing over you, you gonna get this bitch from over you. He's standing over with his nuts in his face.
After that game, Golden State still 3-2. What was the odds that they were gonna close it out? I'm pretty sure the odds were still a heavy favorite on them.
The odds was that they were saying. I ain't talking about the odds. What they were saying that stole momentum. They got a little confidence. They was beating the fucking confidence out the Cleveland Cavaliers until that happened, and it gave them confidence. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. Bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, at that moment, I can't fault him for thinking that. Only thing he's doing is getting his insight, what he thinks, and not being PC, politically correct. Just letting you know what he thought at that moment. I don't think he's saying he's the greatest of all time.
Again, you can't say that, dude. When you smashing you talking down about the Golden State Warriors and the super team, but he forgets that Miami team. So stop. If you're gonna claim yourself to go, do it after you do it in LA, and do it when you ain't got this built up team. Let me see you do it. I mean, you claim you did it in Cleveland, which means you just totally exiled Kyrie like he wasn't shit. That's why Kyrie left. When Kyrie was the star of that freaking team and the star of the finals, if it wasn't for Kyrie, if he had Tyronn Lue or who was that other dude he had when he was in Cleveland when he first got there, that red dude who they claimed was sleeping with him, hey, any one of them cats, this dude wouldn't even made it nowhere near close to that. So I think what he's saying, again, is bullshit.
All right, so we got to leave it there. We spent enough time on that topic. So next in the NBA, we got John Wall, season-ending injury with heel spurs. He out for 6 to 8 months. But Jay, how do you think this will affect the Wizards? Do you think they're gonna make the playoffs this year?
I think they still could make the playoffs, but when it's all said and done, even if he come back and then make it, they still ain't no challenging to go to the finals. So he kind of irrelevant. I'm sick of them talking about the fucking Wizards for like 3 or 4 years, like they was gonna be a threat, and they ain't done nothing yet. So the Wizards, I'm getting fucking tired of y'all. Y'all ain't relevant. It comes down to when you make the playoffs with John Wall and Bill, that you niggas still won't chill. Y'all niggas frozen ice, man. So John Wall, man, go somewhere and play for somebody, man. Do what these other niggas do. Go to a super team if you want to do so.
So very much you're saying John Wall need to go ahead and leave Washington? That's it for him?
Yeah, I mean, he's been there long enough, man, and he really ain't really gotten far. That man was getting killed by the baby dinosaurs, man, all the time. If it had to come to LeBron, that's easy work. Come on, man. Ain't y'all brothers tired of hearing about the Wizards? They're not really a threat like that.
Well, here's my feeling on it. It sucks to hear John Wall out 6 to 8 months. Because, again, he contributes a lot to the Wizards. But I have to say this. The Wizards are a tad bit better without Johnny. Here's the reason why. Bradley Beal gets to be more creative with the rock.
I've seen that. Yeah, I seen
Bradley
that.
Beal's a bad dude. That's kind of like that situation over there in Portland with C.J. McCullough and Damian Lillard. And at the end of the day, I believe the Wizards, I'm not saying they're going to win a championship without him or with him, but I'm saying they're a little bit better without him and allowing Bill to do his thing, especially with Porter and Gortat over there. So, matter of fact, please leave Golden State. Hear me if you're listening. Hear me good, dog. Leave Washington and come on over to Detroit. We need a point guard. Bad. We need a point guard. Bad. Boy, Reggie Jackson is trash. Yeah. We thought, I understand why we picked him up because we thought he was going to be the next James Harden, but gee whiz.
Yeah, that's funny, dog.
I can't co-sign on that.
You ain't got to. I'm looking at Reggie Jackson's contract. I'm looking at what he did for the Pistons. I'm looking at John Wall and what he did for Washington versus what Reggie Jackson did for us.
It's almost like deja vu. I want to see who answers first. Who's the John Wall remind you of?
Oh, Agent Gilbert Arenas?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, big ass contract, always hurt, and played point guard for the Wizards.
Damn, I can't believe you went there. That sucks. But you got to think, Agent Zero was before his time, way before his time. So if they had if they had the technology to heal him up like they did right now, he'd still be playing. He'd still be running the league.
He on some different stuff.
yeah, his Instagram tag is no chill Gil. Yo, he's funny as shit.
Oh man!
If y'all don't follow Gilbert Arenas on Instagram, you should follow my man No Chill Gil on Instagram.
All right. So
I damn sure don't follow with it.
Yeah, boy, I don't mess like that either. He off in another place somewhere.
Hey, that's why it's so funny though.
All right. Last topic of the NBA so far. So, Junior, who you got the MVP so far in the NBA? But who you got right now for the MVP, and who you think going to finish with the MVP?
Right now, I got Smoke, a.k.a. KD, a.k.a. Durantula. Started out with that at the first, 10 games of the season. Finished that, I'm still feeling that way mid-season. And I feel like he's going to end with it. Even though Russell Westbrook is trading Mr. Triple-Double again, but I still got to go with KD, man, because that dude is phenomenal, and he's damn near unguardable. So when it comes down to most valuable player, that's the things I look like. I look at Kevin Durant without Golden State. Can they win another championship? Maybe, but more than likely not, because then Houston will probably knock them out. So I'm looking at MVP that way, most valuable player like it should be. So going with Kevin Durant.
Okay, I was going to ask you what was your criteria for MVP, but you already answered. So, Jay, what's your criteria for MVP, and who you got going?
Well, y'all probably not going to be surprised, but I'm going with the GOAT, man. I think he gonna.
Wait, didn't we talk about calling him the GOAT?
Hey, I'm basing it off that old conversation. Just bear with me. So I'm gonna go with the GOAT. I think he's gonna take the Lakers to the finals on the West. You know what I'm saying? We might get beat by Golden State, but I think he's doing something with the Lakers, who was a real bad team last year, and he gonna keep his average and get us close to 50 wins. So I'm going with the GOAT. MVP for the GOAT. I mean, Harden, I can't give it to him. Their record right now ain't really talking about none. So I'm gonna go with the GOAT, LeBron James.
Wait.
Yeah, like Houston 10 games behind the Lakers.
Right. First of all,
where is Houston at? In like the 7 or 8 spot?
First of all, I want everybody that's listening. Hold on. I want everybody that's listening to rewind it back the last 45 seconds to hear Jay say LeBron James is not the GOAT in an earlier conversation. Then he turned around and just called this man the GOAT.
I keep saying I'm basing it off our topic we had. And
you call him the GOAT, dog. You can't call him the GOAT.
Hey, right now, I don't believe he's the real GOAT of all times, but right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to propel my man to a championship, man. I got to call him the king, the GOAT, we're gonna get there,
man.
Man.
You gotta stroke his ego.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah,
you gotta stroke his ego.
That 260-pound Negro need his ego stroked? No.
No, he don't. But he don't. But you know how when somebody at the free throw line and they saying MVP, them brothers love that, man. They love that. So you got to show the love.
I hear you, but I'm not doing it. I'm gonna let that slide, but I just can't see the go after you just said he wasn't the go.
I said based off what it was big. It was
that you won that last argument over me. Me and that fan is gonna have to have some conversations too. So I'm calling you out too. Whoever you.
Well, listen, it was a little sarcasm in it, but you know what I'm saying. That's just how it is, man. I'm trying to pump my dude ego. I want to if we make it to the Western Conference Finals, nigga. I'm King James. I used to call him Prince James.
You know what?
Queen James.
If you make it to the second round, you know what I'm saying, I might give him a title, but I ain't going that far.
Man, we going to the second round, man. When you play for the Lakers, dog, it's like that light come on you.
I told you, it makes it even. For bust. I said that the first time.
Yeah, it makes him greater though. After this season, if we don't win, he'll win next season, and I promise you that. Really?
Really? Okay. I think
absolutely.
All right. So we got the MVP and the GOAT for Jay. And the MVP.
See how that was sarcasm right there, brother.
Good job.
Yeah.
Way to capture that, huh? He definitely said that shit again. I don't understand why.
Yeah, that was sarcasm.
And the MVP for Junior guy. I ain't know Kevin Durant name was Smoke. What
man, they call him. Man, because he be smoking cats on a dog on from that 3-point line, dog.
It's real tight. It's real tight. It's real tight right now. I would have to lean on Harden because at one time it looked like the Rockets were dead in the water, and then of course you got Westbrook balling. But my question is, what is there anybody on the Clippers and the Nuggets who number 1, number 4 right now? The number 1 in the West. Ain't anybody for them? MVP contender?
For the Clippers
or the Nuggets and the Nuggets. Nuggets got number 1 seed.
I mean, from the Nuggets, you got to talk about Murray. That point guard they got over there.
I don't think he can win MVP.
I don't think he's strong enough to win MVP. I mean, his game good right now and it's still developing, but strong enough to win MVP? No. From the Clippers, I mean, the person that's balling is your boy Danilo Gallinari, and MVP? Negative.
So basically, Nuggets and Clippers got a whole collection of teams. They doing it like that. They don't got no outstanding.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, the two people we ain't talking about in the MVP race is Kawhi Leonard and the dude he got traded for, DeMar DeRozan.
Oh yeah.
I think the one we just excluded would be Stephon Curry, but that's what I would roll with.
I feel like. If we're excluding Steph, if it's excluding Stephen Curry, then we're also excluding Damian Lillard.
Yeah, they definitely got to put Kawhi Leonard in there. But
I'm just saying, like it's real tight, but when it comes down to it, I mean, Durant is something else, man.
All right, we're gonna dive in a little bit into the NCAA basketball. So we got Duke at number 1. Michigan 2, Tennessee 3, 4, Virginia 5, Kansas 6, Nevada 7, Gonzaga 8, M-Town, Michigan State 9, Florida State 10, Virginia Tech. Somebody has some issues with some of these rankings. Junior, you wanna start off?
Damn, bro. Who the fuck came up with this ranking system? First and foremost, like, come on. First of all, Michigan is undefeated. Now, I know my partner Jay across the way gonna say hit y'all with something. I know some basic ass person gonna hit y'all with, they got Zion Williams. You know what I'm saying? He is the best player in probably in college basketball ever. He might say something like that, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, look at what we did from last season. And remember, I'm saying this in this show because trust me, It gonna use that argument later in this show. What? Mark my word. Somehow this is what I'm going to say is going to come back to haunt me. But watch what I'm going to say here. So last year, Michigan took it to the Final Four national championship with my dog Morris Wagner. So we got disrespect, and you would think that would have boosted us up. They put us at number 10, which was foul. But we took it, and we took that 10 and built on it every single game. With a John Beeline team. When was the last time a Michigan team outranked a Michigan State team? I mean, the obvious answer to that question is shit. 5 days. So why Michigan is not number one?
Well, I think Jay said he got an answer for you, the all-knowing Jay.
With these damn rankings. So at the end of the day, whoever doing this crap, get it right. Put my dogs number one. Give us the respect we supposed to have. And we'll move on.
I think Jay do those rankings. Jay, don't you say? Did you say you got an answer for that?
Yeah, he probably
yeah.
Florida up there.
When it comes to college rankings, most of the time, it's based off schedule and strength of schedule. I don't know who y'all play or whatever. That could be the case. I mean, on what best team have y'all beaten in y'all schedule? Y'all ain't beaten nobody like Duke and North Carolina. They always playing like a lot of ranked teams, so that could be the case. And then they're gonna base it off of. They also still base it off who has the best team too. So right now, okay, give me the rundown who y'all beat, so I can tell you if they're good or not.
Villanova, the defending
That's
champ.
A good team.
George Washington, Providence, North Carolina, South Carolina, and we just beat BYU. And then we got Penn State, Indiana, and the Big Ten run-up after that.
Well, I'll give you your name about 3 good teams.
And half those cats was ranked. I know Villanova, George Washington, Providence, North Carolina, Northwestern was ranked, and so was South Carolina. And
they got y'all ranked once again. You said at number 2.
And they finally put us at number 2.
Yeah, I think they still don't feel like y'all are the best team over Duke.
Dude, we are 13-0. Look, I mean, even if you look at the standings right now, this shit is so the AP top 25 is so unbalanced. Check this out: Duke 11-1, but they number 1. We 13-0, but we number 2. Even though we got 2 conference wins, Duke ain't have none. Right? Tennessee is 11-1. They're at number 3. Virginia is number 4. They're 11-0. Kansas 11-1. They're number 5. Now, Kansas was sitting at number 1 and number 2 and number 3 between Michigan, Duke, and them. So how in the hell did Kansas drop all the way to number 5 in there somehow?
It's still based off who they played, and whoever they lost to, it could have been somebody they weren't supposed to lose to.
Carolina 9-3, but they ranked 15. Houston 13-0, but they ranked 19. I can keep going, dog. I'm looking at this.
They still feel like they got those guys as the best teams in the nation.
So being undefeated means nothing unless you're Duke, Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee.
Look at Kentucky. They rank low. Kentucky rank low right now. They rank real low, bro. I mean, those teams come in as the best all-around teams. That's why they're going to be ranked like that.
Right. But the reason why I'm saying that is that if any one of those teams was sitting at the number 1 spot and took a hit, they would not be sitting at number 1. And again, I'm still trying to figure out how Duke got back to number 1 all of a sudden. But, again, those teams, when they lose a game, they generally, they don't fall far out of the rankings unless you're Michigan State, Michigan, Nevada, Virginia.
Yeah, and it's also based off, are you covering how much you're supposed to beat a team by, too? If you squeaking out some games and you're supposed to beat a bitch by 20, then they're going to still not put you up there. That's how it works.
I still say the shit is plenty.
It's the same thing in football.
I think we all can agree that there's some flaws in the system and probably do it on purpose to get us keep talking about it. But all right, that was a good take. All right, our next topic, we switching over to the NFL. Black Monday. Out of all these coaches, Junior, which coach you think didn't deserve, or which coach didn't get it, or which coach got it that didn't deserve it?
Well, shit, Black Monday, more like Black Sunday. The way those firings went down, it didn't take them coaches long to get canned. I mean, first coach that got fired on Black Sunday was from the Bucs. That was Derek Cutter. They fired him at 7:30. They wasn't playing. He deserved to get canned. he sucked. And Buck sucked. But, again, a lot of that's going to be on Jameis Winston because, I mean, they say it's the player, but then it's also the system. But because of the way you want to, team just freaking stink. The coaches I don't think that should have got fired, Todd Bowles. I mean, Todd Bowles has got a bad rap, and somehow the team just went left. Todd Bowles shouldn't have been fired. The coach from Arizona, who only did the 1 year, shouldn't have been fired. Adam Gase should have been fired a couple years ago. And God dog it, damn it, it took Cincinnati forever to get it right. The man quit every time he wanted to last year. But then you force him back to do what? You see his heart wasn't in there in the first place. So, Marvin Lewis, dog, if you're listening, take your exit, take you a couple years off, get your mind clear, come back to a better team that's not Cincinnati. Stay the hell out of Ohio teams because you're never going to win there. Not going to happen. Never, ever in football. So, yeah, Black Sunday was a mug, though. So, that's how I feel about it. Oh, shoot. I forgot to mention somebody was missing on my Black Sunday list. Matthew Stafford should have been on the list to been fired on Black Sunday as well. I mean, because we paid this dude all his money, and then again, it just seems like once the trade of Golden Tate happened, the dude act like he forgot to play football. So, yes, I'm finally saying, and as long as I've been with this dude forever, I'm finna say, Stafford, we got to get rid of you, dog. You ain't doing my squad no justice. We can't even sniff a damn playoff. Besides the 2 times we did, and look, I'm just fed up. When other quarterbacks miss playoffs like that for 9 years, you've been in the league 9 years, you've been with us for 9 straight years since we drafted you, and we've been to the playoffs twice with you. Any other quarterback would have had that opportunity? Hell no.
It's about time. I've been calling for his head for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, I know. This man wasn't defending him. I know how you feel about it, but now I'm on the train with you, so, again.
I disagree with both of y'all.
Black Sunday. Oh, Lord. I'd love to hear this.
Oh, you want to hear it right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, outside of this year right here, a man don't have like 7 straight season with 4,000 yards and major touchdowns. That equates to this. Who can you find better out there right now than him? Look over who?
Anybody from the draft.
From who?
That's going to be open or just period?
Yeah, anybody that's going to be open. Who?
Oh, ain't nobody that's going to be open, but we can go get a player from the draft.
Okay, that's going to set you back some more.
We can't set us back more than we already is.
Exactly. I mean,
well, at least it's one thing. What happened? You lost Golden Tate. You lost your other receiver, right? Your other receiver, Marvin Jones. He got hurt. That man don't have a running back at all on your team. And who the hell is your tight end?
Kerryon Johnson. We got Kerryon Johnson, fool. Don't you ever?
No, Kerryon. Hold on. Kerryon wasn't a starter at the beginning of the season.
And that's what he messed up at because he should have been because he was probably true. I understand why they gave Lamont. When he started, he was getting some progression, but after that he got hurt. True. So you basically Kerryon Johnson. Who? A 200-yard game or a 100-yard game.
Okay, but
he still had a 100-yard game.
Basically, he didn't really start the season, and he was injured. So that ain't really help if that man ain't started 10 games. That's nothing. Now tell me who the hell he had to throw to when you lost Golden Tate and Marvin Jones.
Kenny Galladay.
That's one dude.
What? Just like when we had Calvin Johnson, we had just one dude. It happened. And
know what? But you talking about somebody they said was considerably the best player in the league, not outside of the best receiver in the league. You don't have that dude with Galloway. That's different.
Man,
well, that's all good. That's all good and dandy, but I guarantee you one thing: if he played for your team, Philadelphia Eagles, you would have won his head too. But let's get back to your coach's pick.
Exactly. Hold on, wait. Because I'm not going to say that because wait. He said that would set us back. Wait, he said that would set us back, right, Lamont? That's what he said. If we go get a quarterback out of the draft, check this out: that quarterback that's taken their team to the playoffs and won the championship. Carson Wentz. If it wasn't for his awesome start with Philly, we don't know what you motherfuckers would have been if y'all would have had that record. If y'all would have went to the Super Bowl and made it, and thankful for Nick.
But we actually had a top 5 defense. We had a team as a whole. We had a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But but you still had a rookie quarterback after him, so it doesn't matter.
So when y'all had a top 5 defense.
And then you got Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
Don't forget Kansas City, dude.
I wasn't done yet, man. Because he was coming next. I was going to say his name next. Lamar Jackson, who took his team to the playoffs. They got
the number 1 defense in the league, and he ain't been passing more yards a game than old boy. He just been running the ball.
He took Flacco's job. That's what they drafted him to do.
They run this nigga like a horse, dog. It's ridiculous.
Man. Deshaun Watson, 2nd year in the league.
Okay.
If he didn't get hurt that first year, I believe they would have went further in the playoffs. But he got hurt.
They have a good defense, and he got.
Dude, you
hold on. Let me go. Let me go back to his dude. His receiver can be considered the best fucking receiver in the league, bro.
Again, his first year, they just missed it, or did they make the playoffs? See, they just missed it or made the playoffs. And then this year, first round bye.
They made the playoffs last year, but this dude is a different dude. Sometimes it's a different dude that comes. What other rookie throws 50 fucking touchdowns? What other rookie throws?
Exactly.
What other rookie throws 50 touchdowns? That's different.
Lamont, will you please explain to him the pattern I'm showing him? What I'm showing you is that there have been 2-year guys. I've named about 5 people that's been in the league in less than 2 years, right outside of their fucking draft, and has done better than fucking Stafford. That was your question. I had to answer.
I'm going to tell you this. If you gave Stafford the team we had last year, it's pretty much a chance that he could take us to the Super Bowl. I'll give him that.
Then y'all take Stafford. Y'all take Stafford.
No, I'm just saying. He hasn't had a team, dude. The Detroit Lions haven't had a good goddamn team, dude, in forever, goddamn it. Let's be clear about that, man.
Wait a minute, Jay. You have forgot one. Well, Cleveland, they didn't have a goddamn team in good years. Look at Baker Mayfield, how he balling.
And they haven't went nowhere, dude. Has Baker had a better season than Stafford's best season?
Hey, let me tell you what. Would you trade Carson Wentz for our dude right now?
I like Carson Wentz. Of course, I ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Would you trade Nick Foles for Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I would.
You lying son of a bitch, because if it wasn't for Nick Foles, you wouldn't have won the Super Bowl, nigga. Stop lying.
It wasn't just for Nick Foles, bro.
Okay.
First of all, before Nick Foles played, we had the best record in the league. Second of all, when you have a team.
This man praise.
No, he did what he was supposed to do. But Nick Foles, if he played that season, the best chance of us making the playoffs wouldn't have happened. If you look at his percent, out of 5 games last year, he only played 2 good fucking games. That was against Minnesota and against the Patriots. The other 3 games, he looked like shit.
Sounds like when
right? It almost didn't count. It almost didn't count because we almost lost to damn Atlanta for him stinking the shit up. But our defense stood up.
Every game in Detroit count, nigga. Every game.
Well, you talking about y'all been a franchise that's been ready for a long time, brother. Let's not get it twisted. But hold on.
Trying to get cocky with that fuck ass Super Bowl.
Let me ask you this: what quarterback that ever played for the Detroit Lions have better fucking stats than Stafford? I'll wait on that.
Who cares about stats? He ain't get it done. It's going to be 10 years.
I'm just saying. So y'all ain't been good in a long time. And this man has the best stats in Detroit history, bro. And y'all still wasn't winning, man.
Okay, even now, who gets the blame? Who gets the blame first when it comes to a team? It's the coach and the quarterback. Right?
I get what you're saying. But
we have improvised everything.
Have y'all ever had a quarterback that made the Pro Bowl plan for Detroit?
Yes.
Who?
Yes, nigga. Rodney Pete.
Who?
Rodney Pete.
He ain't never made no damn Pro Bowl.
You crazy as fuck, nigga. You crazy as fuck.
They never made the Pro Bowl.
What?
With the Detroit Lions?
Yes.
No. Yeah. You want to look that up, brother? Do you want to look that up?
We had to do a fact check, but we only got too much time left for the segment. Jay, who you got for the coaches? Who you think coaches were justified and who was not, if any?
Well, I think all of them was trash, put it that way. But I think the brother in Arizona, if you're giving other people more years, at least give him one more year. I mean, he only won 3 games first year. That's the only other one I can say. But I think the guy on with a rookie quarterback. So I think that was unfair. The guy from Miami, actually, his seasons there, he actually won more games than he lost and took his team to the playoffs. So I don't know if that's fair, but all right.
Adam Gase.
Yeah. Look at his winning percentage. His winning percentage ain't bad.
But guess what? You can have a good win percentage, but if it don't equal playoff and championships, it don't mean shit.
How long he been there? He ain't been there that long.
3 years. He was there 3 years.
Exactly.
So
and he won.
He was there long enough to draft Tannehill, to have 3 years with him, to shape them, shift them, mold that team the way he wanted to. Because the first year you can expect the bust. Second year you expect the uptick. Third year you expect to be at least in the playoffs. Didn't happen. So Miami
and his drafted quarterback, his starting quarterback, was out for damn near 2 years. Come on, man.
That's his fault. He drafted the soft-ass quarterback. Tell that to San Diego when they drafted Ryan Leaf.
San Diego?
Yeah.
But they still moving on to another quarterback. So they was all right. I mean, we'll see what the Dolphins do. I mean, we'll wait on that. I got to see who they get.
They're going to do something smart in the draft.
But outside of those two, I think everybody else should have been fired.
All right, I agree. So we got that in the books. So since it's the end of the season, we got to give our awards out. So Jay, you want to start with most improved player? Let's start with that first. If you have one.
Well, it's only one guy I can say is Andrew Luck.
Oh, okay.
He came back off an injury, and man, he could be an MVP candidate. I have to say Andrew Luck. I mean, he's throwing the ball the most. He's putting up these numbers. He took his team to the playoffs. I'm gonna go with Andrew Luck. That's my pick.
That's a solid pick. I like that too. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go on the other side of the ball. I'm gonna go with a person that I think helped make this defense look solid, but it helped that I actually seen him in person. Most improved, I like J. Pierre-Paul. It looked like he was going to be washed up over there with the Giants, and then looking over the games of what he did over there with Tampa Bay over that defensive side, over there with Gerald McCoy, he actually helped that defense look a lot more solid. So, they gave up a lot of points, but individual play, and we're talking about, his play alone, I like Jason Pierre-Paul.
So you might as well follow up with who you got for your rookie.
Ooh, that's a toss-up, man. It's a real toss-up, man, for the simple fact that you can go with Barkley or you can go with Baker. But 2,000 all-purpose yards is not something easily done. It's only been done by 2 people, and one of them was Edgerrin James. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the rookie of the year to Mr. Barkley.
Okay, I'm gonna go in Action Jackson from Baltimore because he came in, and Joe Flacco was Joe Flacco, like I always felt about him. Came in there and took these boys to the playoffs. Not only do they ask this man to damn throw the ball, they ask this man to damn near run it 20 times a game. So ain't nobody taking more of a beating and giving more of himself than Action Jackson, and willed this team to the playoffs.
Okay, so follow that up with who you got for MVP, Jay?
MVP, I'm going to have to go with that brother who threw 50 touchdowns. Not rookie season, but Mahomes, you know what I'm saying, who in his first full start, where he got to start for a full season, nobody else ain't done it, throw 50 touchdowns. So I'm going to have to go with Patrick Mahomes.
And this one, I'm actually going to freaking agree with you, dog. 50 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards in a single season is amazing. I understand what the Saints doing, and yeah, they looking good, but yo, this kid is amazing. And did you see that 89-yard flick he threw last night?
Right.
Yo, this
then he got the 31 ranked defense, so he had to have a shootout every night.
So that dude is a wonder, and I'm glad Kansas City got him. Everybody who passed up on him, y'all messed up. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. So MVP, clean sweep should be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Watch the NFL do some bullshit and give it to Drew Brees.
Yeah, they might do that. Give him let's call that Lifetime Achievement Award, Drew Brees.
That ain't what I call it.
That's basically what it's going to be when they give it to him. So, playoff predictions. Johnny, you want to start off? Who do you got? We ain't going to do Super Bowl. We're going to do who you got representing the AFC and who you got representing the NFC.
In the AFC, I'm going to go with Kansas City. I think Andy Reid finally gets it right. He gets his voice back into the Super Bowl. In the NFC, I'm going to go with Seattle. Seems like they got their swagger back of old. Yeah. Seems like they got their swagger back. And they ready to play. Defense is looking solid. Shout out to the Griffin twins holding it down over the NFC, Seattle, AFC, Kansas City. Sorry, Patriots.
All right, Jason, what you got?
I'm going to go back with the Sith Lord and Darth Vader on the AFC. Today showed me they could beat Belichick and Brady. Then you got to show me. Because one is the Sith Lord and one is Darth Vader. And then on the other side, I'm going to go back with what I said before the beginning of the season. We're going back, man.
Jay, are you aware of the year and the last team that repeated back-to-back Super Bowls?
The Patriots did.
And what year was that?
It was the last 2 years.
What year was that?
Last year they went with us, and then the year they went with Atlanta, bro.
No.
That was the last 2 years.
No, I said one back-to-back.
That's what just happened, cuz. What you mean?
I said one back-to-back Super Bowls.
Oh, I was saying just going to the Super Bowl. No. Now, if you want to talk about it, we're going to be the first team to do that in a long time. If that's what you're saying.
When was the last team to do it?
I want to say it probably was the Patriots. That's been a long time. But records are meant to be broken, man, and that's what the Philadelphia Eagles can do.
It ain't happening, Pim. Patrick Mahomes, it ain't happening. AFC too strong. Y'all like the East. Y'all like the damn Cleveland Cavaliers of the damn NFC over there.
That's funny.
And if you want me to give you a little bit more respect, I'll say you niggas are more like the Brooklyn Nets.
You made me laugh off that.
There you have it first. For the Streets is Talking, we're going to go with the hot topic of the week. You know, we got Michigan homers, me and Junior, and we got Florida Gators homers and Jay. And this last Saturday, Florida Gators pulled off the upset, winning 41-15 against the Michigan Wolverines. Jay, what is your thoughts on that game? Do you really think they won because they better, or they just won because it was at the end of the game? End of the season, I should say.
Well, I think we won because we just were better. I mean, we shook up the world, man. They should have never showed up that day like Muhammad Ali told George Foreman when he whooped his ass in Africa. You should have never came, man. You should have never came. And you know what I'm saying? We should have really been busting y'all ass off rips, but it was coming. You know what I'm saying? I had to hear this shit from the last show where your brothers were talking about how the streak y'all had and all this, and I still said we was going to beat y'all brothers. That's the main point about this. We talked about it on the last show. I knew we was going to beat y'all. Y'all defense was ranked number 1. It's a little overrated, but we showed you what them Florida boys can do. T. Ryan was basically the guy that gave y'all the business. Y'all had no answer for him. And then, you know what I'm saying, your quarterback was Reggie. You only have to apply pressure to him. So I knew we can beat y'all, man. Florida is in the motherfucking building, baby. Go ahead, Junior.
Wow, nigga, you was mad disrespectful. You actually had the nerve to say my shit. First of all, I want everybody to take a look at this photo I'm showing y'all. So that way everybody can see what the fuck I'm looking at. So from the last show, since he brought it up, right, on December 9th, and thank God to our show editors, because she's going to make sure y'all see this photo too, right? You see, he goes by the name of Henry Hope in the live conversation. So I circled it for everybody, where my man said at 8:34, fuck the Gators. Jay, you want to explain why you said fuck the Gators, brother? Because you can't be saying we beat y'all, but then you just missed your team. Now, there's a lot of things I'm for. I'm all for saying I'm firing my quarterback, I'm firing my coach. But the last thing I'm saying is fuck my team. So I'm going to let you answer that before I get into the rest of it.
I'm going to answer that for you, brother. Allegedly, I betted on the game. So allegedly, you know what I'm saying, I lost some money. Anytime I lose some money, I'm saying fuck this and piss that. That's what alleged better would do. And then the next week I went back allegedly and betted on my team again. You feel me? After I was pissed off for that week. You know what I'm saying? But every time I lose money, you gonna hear me text, tweet, or whatever, fuck my team, because I was pissed off about losing my money, but I'm right back with them. That's like being with a girlfriend and you were like, yeah, I'm through with this chick and all this, and then
let me ask you another question. You done watching football? You done watching the Eagles this season?
Am I done watching the Eagles play this season?
Yeah.
Absolutely not, man. I got to watch them all the way to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so then in this exact same show, the previous show, you said I don't want to watch any football games. Fuck football, fuck the Gators. So again, how you claiming your squads on either side, and you saying fuck both of them, dog?
I'm gonna tell you like this: if the Eagles cost me,
I got real receipts, dog. I got real receipts.
You can expose me, but it's based off of emotion of losing. I'm a guy that doesn't like to lose. I'm more harder on losing.
I say my team sucks, but I'm never saying fuck my squad.
Have you ever broken shit in your house about your team?
Oh yes.
Okay, you ain't never broke a TV. You ain't never broke a TV about your team losing.
No, that's
you ain't did that.
Because I'm TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little more invested in on the shit emotionally and economically. So, you ever had about 5 brothers looking for you about that cheese? and you got to duck off somewhere, allegedly.
No, I'm gonna let you keep that one, brother.
Yeah, I'm just saying allegedly, brother.
Look, I'm gonna need you to stop making dumb statements like this. So.
That's the statements I'm gonna make, but I'm gonna show up the next day.
As far as the game is concerned, this is how I feel about it. A couple things happened. We lost our 3 best players who decided not to play. Rashawn Gary, I'm gonna call him by my name because I don't give a fuck. Rashawn Gary, Devin Bush, and our running back Chris. Damn, you know your name, boy. Your name Chris.
They didn't play. They didn't play, or they didn't just show up.
Oh, no, they decided not to play because, they're getting prepared for the NFL draft, the combine, so they decided not to play. Now, I get it. I totally freaking get it, right? But here's the funny thing about that situation, because Jay just said it. The one player that the Florida Gators had going to the draft was that linebacker, P. Ryan. And he intercepted the ball. He intercepted shit like it wasn't nothing. Looked pretty good, too. He wasn't worried about what's going to happen, and I'm going to sit and then wait and do shit in the combine. No, because generally most people take this last game to display more of what they can do. I know the worry is, I don't want to get injured. Shit, if that's the case, look at Jadeveon Allen Clowney. Worried about injury, take the policy out, do whatever. You do still getting paid over there in Houston, but you don't sit out a ball game. I'm sick of that crap. And it wasn't like this.
I don't understand it because it's just one more ball game.
Right, and it wasn't like this was the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Bowl. This wasn't the Gus Macker Toilet Bowl. Those are my folks in Grand Rapids know what I'm talking about. This is a big bowl.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. They should have played that game. But my thing is, I got a bigger view of it that I thought about the last week, right? So before the playoff system started, right, it would just be one team going to the championship game. Two teams. Sorry, it'd just be two teams, and then no matter what bowl you was in, whether it was the next bowl tier, you was happy to be in that bowl. I'm thinking, I could be wrong. I don't want to take no credit away from Florida Gators. Whoever's on the field, you got to play. I'm thinking Michigan, since they missed that playoff opportunity, they feel like their heart isn't in it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because when it was just one championship game, okay, everybody can't go. Only two people can go. The voters are biased, blah, blah, so you're still going to ball out the last bowl game. This time, if you lose your chance to go to the championship, the playoffs, for either from the last game of the year or from a championship game, I think that deflates you in some way. And I'm a testament to that because I did this subconsciously. I didn't even watch that game. You know why I didn't watch that game? Even though it was best friend Jay team against my team, I didn't watch that game because I was so upset that we missed the playoff chance. I'm like, I don't give a damn no more what they do because they don't matter. We missed the playoffs. Now, if it was just they missed the championship game, I still would have been excited. So I think that's something that keep an eye on. I don't know if you can do it. You can't do nothing about it. You know, sorry about it. You can't do nothing about it now. But I think because teams that don't just miss the playoffs by the last game, they don't have the heart to really go into the bowl game that they got subjugated to because of missing the playoffs.
I know exactly how I feel. When we had to play y'all in a last bowl game, I was pissed and I thought my team was deflated, and we ended up losing to y'all. So I know exactly how you feel, but go ahead, Jimmy.
I don't even agree with that for the simple fact that Peach Bowl is a prominent bowl. It's like the Rose Bowl. If Michigan played in a Rose Bowl, you think they would have still played? Abso-fucking-lutely. Think they would have sat? No. They would have played. You think if Florida Gators... And look, and again, I can go back to that same Florida fucking Gator player. He got the same stock on the line, and he fucking played, and he balled. I am happy for that brother. Most GMs... most coaches, most scouts are looking at all those games, including that bowl.
We talking about two different things, though. I'm not disagreeing you with the Michigan players should have played. I wholeheartedly agree with 1,000%. They should have played. I'm giving you the reason why I believe some of the players were disinterested in the game the same way I was disinterested even watching. I didn't even watch it.
I was pissed now because they tried to play for their coach.
As a fan, I can see that. As a fan, I can see that. But again, the Peach Bowl ain't no slop. This is not the Kraft macaroni. This ain't the motherfucking St. Pete Beef O'Brady's Bowl that we can pay $20 getting that bitch to go see.
So what bowl was it? The Rose Bowl?
This was the
Chick-fil-A Bowl. It was the Peach Bowl. Yeah, the Peach Bowl is a big bowl, like he said. And your coach wanted to win it, and the players wanted to win it. Them cats played hard. They just got outplayed, and it made your coach. It made Hardball look even worse. After the game, everybody is scrutinizing this man hard.
Yeah,
because y'all was with them players missing. Y'all was still favored, bro. With them missing, and he lost and got beat up.
I'm only saying one thing. I'm only saying.
Oh, y'all was. I took the bet though. Down there, y'all was supposed to beat us by 6 or something like that.
I understand what the paper said, but realistically, without Devin Bush being able to run sideline to sideline the way he does, and without Gary applying pressure up the middle, there's no way in hell we should have been favored, but they still had us favored. I hear what you're saying.
I'm talking basically off Vegas, y'all was still favored. Know how I know? Because allegedly, I took them damn points.
Dude, I just gave you exactly what you just said. I'm agreeing with you. They may have been favored. But what I'm saying is, even after the injury and they still had them favored, they shouldn't have been because those two players on defense mean a lot.
Oh, even on college Saturday, most of them cats went with y'all. They still went with y'all.
I know. And
only one cat went against y'all, and he said, I live in Orlando, the one that be putting the hat
Is he not hearing what I'm saying, dude? I'm saying we shouldn't have been favored. Y'all deserve to win that
Y'all
game.
should have still been favored because you had a better team than us without those dudes,
we
man.
had a better team on offense.
Name somebody. Listen, y'all have cats going can be drafted, bro. Over the dudes we have. We got one. We have one person. Name
2 defensive players.
Okay. Name one person. Name one person outside of our defensive player that you think is good on my team.
Name another person on Michigan outside of the offense.
Well, they basically was. They basically was saying. They was basically saying damn near your whole starting defense unit was superior to all the college teams in college, bro.
And I'm telling you, I like that they favored.
And that shit over Alabama, bro. That's why they gave y'all the #1 defense.
And them niggas was buggers. Yeah, we should have been with our players playing. But then when they didn't play, them niggas was bug as fuck. So eventually, like I'm saying, they lost, but we shouldn't have been favored.
Man, y'all didn't lose. Y'all didn't lose. We leveled y'all ass, man.
Man, shut y'all ass up. We still.
That's called a leveling, man.
We 4-1 against y'all busters.
That's a leveling, man. No, I don't want to hear no history lesson, dude. Don't give me a history lesson. Let's talk about the present, man.
What I tell you about that conversation earlier that was gonna come back and black me in the butt? Didn't I tell you my words were gonna come back and somebody was gonna mention he don't want to talk about history? Man, fuck out of here. Man, next topic.
Well, what's the history? Because right now the Eagles is still the NFL champs, so it ain't no history right now. Right now we still the champs until we dethrone.
Yeah, that might be next week.
We'll see.
All right, so I still think that the way the playoffs is structured, I think that what the Rose Bowl and the Peach Bowl used to be is now the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. I just think that missing it like that is like it's just demoralizing. But it is what it is. Congratulations to the Florida Gators. Now the total record is 4-1. Still got 3 more to catch up. This is the end of the Streets is Talking. Peace out, fellas.